Hi, this is Sammie Smiles, and I'm your host, Sammie Vance. This podcast is sure to leave you inspired and with a smile. Now let's get right into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 6th episode of Sammie Smiles. I'm your host, Sammie Vance, and today I'm super excited to have Arsh Pal as my guest. Arsh is just 11 years old and a really good artist, and I'm so excited to have him on my podcast because all he does is just so amazing. A few months ago, Arsh actually asked to be on my podcast, and I looked at what he did and everything, and I was so inspired and am very inspired. So I'm so excited to have him on my podcast. Thank you so much for being here, Arsh.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. So I love your Instagram handle, Art by Arsh. It's really catchy and fun to say. Art by Arsh. I love it.
Thanks.
So how long have you actually loved art and been doing art?
So I've been doing what I've been doing right now for around 4 years.
That's crazy. I love it. Did you like start art at a younger age or like when you were really young or?
I started I used to do art when I was young, but I mostly started when I got into it when I was 8.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So I probably got into art maybe around the same age. I've always like loved being creative, but um yeah, again, I've told you this before, but I'm not nearly as good as you. So I love it. Yeah. I just finished taking art class for this semester at my school, and we learned a lot about different techniques to like paint and like to shade and everything. And it was just it's a really cool experience. And at home, I also like to just like doodle on papers and everything. So, what's your favorite type of art to make?
I like to do mixed media, which is like texture and different. Uh, I just mostly like to do different techniques, but mostly like mixed media and abstract. It's usually what I like to do. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I don't think I could do mine nearly as good as yours. Because like, again, I was like looking through your Instagram and stuff and watching the videos, and it's all just so amazing and so
Thank
inspiring.
you.
So yeah. Um, you sell your art to raise money for different charities, which I think is really cool. And I bet sometimes it's hard to put sometimes is it like ever really hard for you to put your art out there that you made and like to sell it? Is that hard for you or no?
No, it's not really, but yeah.
Mhm. So, do you remember the first piece of art that you made and sold? If you do remember, can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the first piece I sold was actually to my piano teacher, um, and I got really excited. So, it was basically it was like blue and purple, and it had a tree, and I was a beginner, so I wasn't as good as what I do right now.
Awesome. Yeah, I used to take piano lessons. So what are some of the charities that you help to raise money for?
Um, St. Jude, Make a Wish Foundation, the River Center, Compass to Care.
That's awesome. I think that's really amazing. And
Thank you.
like I said, everything you do is just so cool. So I was really excited to learn that you recently joined the kid board for Three Wishes for Ruby's residents. For those of you that don't know, Ruby is an amazing girl in Arkansas that works with senior citizens granting their wishes. I had the privilege of meeting Ruby, I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago, on the TV show Operation Awesome, and she's just really cool. So it's so much fun to see that like we have a connection. You and me have a connection, even though we don't know it. But can you tell the listeners a little bit about your role as a kid board member and how you came connected with Ruby and her organization?
Yeah, so I am an art advisor for Ruby's residents and the kid boards member, and I basically tell them about my ideas of art and how I can incorporate it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like how I can incorporate it with like the different nursing homes around the world.
Hmm. That's really cool. Have you gotten your artwork to many nursing homes?
Not quite because I just joined, but maybe like throughout next year, maybe.
You can do it. I know you can. It'll be amazing. So I know that with my Buddy Bench project, that's kind of what I'm known for, but I also like to do spread kindness in other ways, like through sending encouraging letters to people and through my podcast, Sammy Smiles. Um, and I noticed that you do some other things that are not art related. So can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, I usually, you know, uh, I go to my mom's work and like teach painting lessons to the residents there because she works at a nursing home. So I have a special connection with the residents. So and it always makes them happy when I come there.
That's really cool. What's your favorite way to spread kindness and stuff?
Um, like give your time and skills and like work hard and you know.
Yeah, I love it. I think I would have to agree with that. It's really cool. So I know sometimes it's kind of hard to balance everything that you're doing. And I know at just 11 years old, you have to do like school, you're also doing your artwork and all different stuff like that. So how do you manage your time with being a kid, your artwork and like school and stuff?
So usually after school when I come home, I like go play outside. Then I come in, do some artwork. I do have time to do other stuff. It's not like I'm just doing it for like the whole day, but I have time to do other stuff and I can still manage painting and school and everything.
Yeah, I have to agree. That's probably the same with me. Um, so is there anything else that you want to add before we get on to the rapid fire round?
No.
Okay, so if you're ready for rapid fire, then I am.
Okay, sure.
So I'll just ask you a few questions and you can answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite food?
Uh, I have a lot of different ones, but I like Indian food because that's where my parents grew up in. So yeah.
Awesome. What's your favorite animal?
Probably a wolf.
Wolves are cool. Yeah. Favorite sport?
Football.
hmm Favorite color?
Green.
Would you rather be able to speak to animals or speak all languages?
Ooh, that's hard. Speak to animals. I really love nature and animals, so
hmm
yeah.
If you could have lunch with any person in this world, dead or alive, who would it be?
It would have to be maybe somebody inspirational, like maybe some kind of famous artist
That
or
would
an
be cool.
actor or someone. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Would you rather always bake food or cook or always eat food?
Um, bake food. So then, it's nice. Like maybe like for the holidays, you could give it to somebody homeless and like be kind in a way.
I love that. That's an amazing answer. I love that. So how can people find you on like social media and stuff?
I am on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Art by Arsh. So ART BYARSH, no spaces.
Make sure to follow Arsh and all of everything he does and all of his amazing journey. And yeah, so for the last question to ask all my guests, what is something that makes you smile?
Being kind and seeing other people being kind. I love seeing that because I don't want like the world can sometimes be a little harsh, but I like when people be kind to each other.
Yeah, I agree. That definitely makes me smile too. So thank you so much for being on my podcast. This was a really fun talk. And maybe someday we can meet in person and you can teach me art or something like that. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
I'd be happy
Um,
to.
thank you. Yeah, we'll have to figure this out. But thank you so much for being on here. I know this made me smile, as you can see, and I hope it's making everyone else smile too. Remember that you don't just have to be an adult to make a difference. You could be a kid too. I hope you have a great day. Bye.